This map is designed so the user can easily address and edit any of the 5 highlighted layers depicting questionable areas in the SCMA water system. Most of the questionable areas were highlighted because of unknown tabular data or the configuration or geometries of a part of the system we're simply unsure of. For example, this main was highlighted because its install year could not be determined. To edit the main and add the install year, click the main once to display a pop-up. Again, the user sees a specified diameter but a missing install year. To edit the main and add the install year, click the 3 little buttons in the bottom right and click Edit. Now the user is prompted to add the install year. Let's say for instance this main was installed in 1980. The SCMA comment field is present in all 5 layers and is designated for any comments from SCMA. So in this case, the user could type resolved to communicate that this feature can no longer be questioned. This field can also be populated with whatever the user would like to help communicate the status of a questionable feature. If a questionable feature is resolved, the user should delete the needs reviewed text in the SCMA review field. This will unhighlight the questionable feature, making it easier for the user to track remaining questionable features. Once a user is done making edits, click Close and edit out of the editing tool. Each time the user makes an edit or opens the editing tool, the highlighting of the questionable features disappear, and exiting out of the editing tool is required to make them visible again. Notice now the main is no longer highlighted because the needs reviewed text was deleted from the SCMA review field. Tabular data of hydrants and valves can be edited in the same fashion, and valves will become visible once the user zooms in enough and are highlighted in yellow. The comments marked by question marks are typically marking over-unders in the mains and are asking if an over-under does in fact exist there. The user should edit this layer as well, and if an over-under does exist, SCMA can simply comment and say yes or no and explain the actual main configuration. The comments marked by polygons, also referred to as comment AOI, were simply drawn to mark an entire area that was questionable and leave a comment. For instance, this comment AOI was drawn to address the configuration of the entire intersection is questionable. To address a comment AOI, the user can comment to verify if the configuration is correct or explain how the configuration would be corrected if wrong. Or, if the configuration is wrong and the user would like to correct it, the editing tool can be used to add features or edit the geometries of features. For instance, a main can be added by accessing the editing tool, clicking here, click once inside the map to start drawing the main, click again for every vertex the user wishes to add, and then double click to end the line. In this case, the user may want to snap the main being drawn to the existing main to make sure that the geometries are topologically correct. To do so, hold the Control key, which exposes the snapping crosshairs, showing that the main being drawn will be snapped exactly to the existing main. Double click to end drawing the main. The user can now enter any tabular data necessary associated with the main that was just drawn. In this case, the user may now want to split the main that was connected to. To do this, again access the editing tool, use the new selection tool to select the main that the user wishes to split or cut. Now the user can select the cut tool and draw a line similar to how the main was drawn. Click once to start, Now the cut line should intersect the feature that the user wishes to split exactly where the split should occur. In this case, the user can use a snapping tool to ensure this, and again double click to end the cut line and cut the main. Again, the user can make any attribute changes or edits that they see necessary. If the user would wish to reshape the main that was just drawn, again access the editing tool, use the new selection tool, highlight the main that the user wishes to reshape, click the reshape tool, and draw a line which the main will be reshaped to. Again, double click to end. If the user wishes to delete a feature, select it, and then simply use the red X to delete it. If the user would like to address all questionable features and areas in a more systematic approach, they can use the attribute table by clicking the attribute table button in the top right. They can then choose from the 5 layers that they wish to address. Let's say the user wants to address the hydrants. They can then double click in the column on the left to zoom to, one by one, each of the hydrants. When zooming to, it automatically displays a pop-up, and again the user can use the attribute tool, the attribute table tool, to address the hydrants one by one, or any other layer for that matter. This concludes this instructional video. If the user wishes to re-access the video, use the About tool. Scroll to the bottom to access the link again.